Do not allow yourself to become radicalized. My name is Blaze Assign, and I help young men break bad habits, build confidence, and develop self-esteem. Today, I'm going to discuss why it's so critical that you do not allow yourself to become radicalized into one very extreme ideology, and my own personal experience with this, and how I was able to alter my mind over time and disengage from the process of radicalization that took place on me. So a few years ago, I started getting into politics, which is nonsense. I recommend all of you avoid getting into politics. It's a waste of time and energy, unless you're going to pursue a long-term career in politics, in which case you're going to live a very difficult life. But if you are willing to go for that and you're really passionate about it, go for it. But a few years ago, I started getting into politics, and man, it's such a waste of time and energy. And I really got pushed toward, one ideology, and I started really believing in that so much. And, I still have my own cultural values that, will never go away, things that I grew up with and things that I picked up over time, which I believe to be true and which I believe in my heart. That's cultural stuff. But politics, I've learned that, look, either way, no matter who you support or what side, what party, whatever, in the United States right now, no matter what happens, it's pure garbage. So just disengage from it. And I don't think that the United States is going in the right direction. Therefore, I'm already looking at alternatives that I can pursue in my future to go and start my business elsewhere, because I think that's going to be necessary as we, go further and further into the future of the United States. But back to radicalization, I got really, really radicalized, and it became something I obsessed about, my side of the political argument. And I just kept thinking about it all the time. It consumed me, and I soon realized over time that no matter what I thought and how passionate I was about what I thought, it didn't make a difference, right? I'm not the one running for president. And look, we as voters, we have the power to vote in people that we like. It's all the same garbage. So don't allow yourself to become radicalized in the political realm, because that's one where I see it most common, people getting radicalized in. But this also applies for other areas of your life. When you become so radicalized into believing something, you are completely avoiding any other perspective from anyone else. Even if you hear the perspective, you're not actually listening to the perspective because you're so set on what you believe in. And this is how people get stuck for a long time. And I'm not talking about, being open to be open and go against your values, be open to, every kind of message. Hear it and listen to it. Doesn't mean you have to, agree with it. I believe a lot of things that most people, I would say, in the places I've grown up, wouldn't believe in what I'm believing in. They would have the opposite opinion. And that's okay. I never allowed myself to get radicalized into the ideology of everyone else around me, right? When there's groupthink, it stifles conversation, it stifles criticism, and there's no difference of opinion. So I did get radicalized to the other extreme. That's what happened to me in my life. I was around such nonsense where I grew up that I didn't agree with, that I got so radicalized toward the other end of the spectrum. And, that was definitely something I had to deal with and learn how to cope with over time. And now, I don't know, I've kind of realized that it's fun to poke against the common culture of everyone around you. And it's fun to present the different viewpoint. A lot of people are scared of doing that, but I've come to the point where it's like, when people get super aggravated at me because I have certain views that they disagree with, people that live in the city I live in, most of them disagree with a lot of what I say, like masculinity being a virtue and, young men needing to be more powerful and to not listen to people when people tell them that they are privileged and that they shouldn't want this desire for power and that they're oppressors and all this kind of stuff. It's ruined young men. So I really have a strong belief against what they're telling young men in the United States, specifically in the city I live in right now, Boston, where I grew up, LA, New York, all these cities, the same garbage. I don't subscribe to that ideology, and I'll never give in. Don't allow yourself to become radicalized like everyone around you has been. They've all been radicalized in believing one thing. And if someone has the opposite viewpoint, they become evil. Okay? For me, I can get along with anyone no matter what their viewpoint is. I'm not going to hang out with everyone because there's just no way I would hang out with someone who is complete opposite of me, right? Who doesn't work out and who doesn't think masculinity is important, and it just wouldn't work. But I'm still nice to them. A lot of people aren't nice to me who believe the opposite. So, look, I think being radicalized is dangerous. Everyone I know who has become radicalized is miserable, and they have no life, and they go and protest on the weekends about things that they ultimately have no control over. Now, I used to be like that, miserable, and thinking about causes and things in politics, which ultimately is garbage. And now I've shifted my focus to more of the cultural aspect and how I can utilize my knowledge in business to make a difference culturally, to help young men become more disciplined and feel better about themselves, and not feel like they are, the evil ones, right? I wholeheartedly disagree with that messaging. So I'll keep pushing toward doing that. I've analyzed myself and really thought to myself, am I radicalized? And no, I'm not. I've definitely experienced the world and seen a lot of different cultures and people, and my views have stayed relatively the same. And, I've been open to hearing other opinions, and that's how you got to live. You got to be open to hearing other opinions, but don't compromise on your values. That's a crucial piece. So look, I want to thank you for watching today's video. Moral of today's video, don't become radicalized. Don't blend in with everyone around you. Don't get pushed to believe things that deep down you don't believe in. If you want to learn more about me and what I'm trying to do with the Discipline Institute to help young men break bad habits, become more confident, and lessen their anxiety, you can click the link in my bio, and you can also check out my other social platforms in the description as well. So again, thank you for watching today's video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.